Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I have a Sims 4 renovation video for you all. Usually I make whisper ASMR, but today I decided to do something different because I moved into a new flat, so I kind of wanted to do something thematic. When I renovate apartments or houses, the first thing I always do is I get everything out and I put the best lighting that I can find in the list, just to be able to see everything quite clearly. Then I usually do the floors and the walls first. So for this flat, I kind of wanted to do it up for a kind of like a studenty single living girl, make it quite aesthetic and pleasing to be in, kind of like a little sanctuary. Here I've just put the floors down, and I'm a big sucker for wood floors in the living room. And bedrooms, I'm like this in real life as well. I just prefer having a carpet. I also like making the bedroom have darker walls, just to make it kind of nicer and dimmer and quieter looking for when I sleep. So I usually follow that when I make sim houses as well. The first thing I usually do is the living room, because I like studio type apartments, and here I'm trying out different styles from the kitchen. I like kind of having like a bar to sit at rather than a table in Sims, because I just feel like it saves me space, and again, I don't really like big spaces, so I try to just have everything as minimalist as possible. Here I'm making a little seating area in front of the window where there's light coming in. I got this wonderful hanging kind of like a swing thing from I can't remember right now, but I'll post a link to the site down in the description. I use a lot of custom content, and this is one of the things which I use in every kind of boho aesthetic flat I make. I am also a big sucker for having a lot of decorations in the flat and color matching everything. So as you can see, I'm putting cupboards and all sorts of things symmetrically in the flat, because it's just how I like things to look tidy, minimal. I also don't like big couches, so here you see me kind of selecting what would match the walls and the flooring better. And here I've just put the little sofa in front of the window, and I'm just situating everything properly now. One thing I don't like is having the object cheat on, so I hold down control to put everything exactly where I want it to, while still keeping my Sims able to actually walk around it and use it. Here I'm just doing the kind of like the living area and all the lights in it, and I really like having an apartment which can work with lights without the need of a big top light, and that is the reason why I set it to night. Now you can see the whole living room is lit up. I'm just removing some of the things that I missed out on when I was first clearing out the apartment, and I'm just putting some extra lights down just to make it cozier and nicer looking, and put some color splashes in. Here I'm getting frustrated over a lot of my custom content not really working. That happens quite a bit. I still haven't figured out why, but I'll get to the bottom of it. So here I'm trying to somehow find those hide those really ugly pipes, and you'll see in a little bit, the only way I find out how to do it is by expanding the bedroom and just hiding it in between two walls. But I actually ended up liking the kind of bigger bedroom with that little divot in a lot more than I did the small one initially. So here I'm just hiding it, and we can forget all about those pipes. They don't exist to us anymore. Here I'm actually starting with the bedroom, and I always put my bed first just to kind of know where to put everything in the room. And this took me a lot longer than you see because I've edited out a little bit of it just to kind of, it took me a while to decide where exactly I want to put the bed. I usually put it by the window, but I think this looks good enough. And here I use my custom content shelves because they just look really nice, and I'm honestly just selecting everything which is a light to kind of decorate the room and make it look more aesthetically pleasing, and just try and color match everything together, which isn't always easy when you have a lot of different content. Here I'm just trying to add some green, some color, some plants, because what is a student apartment without plants in it? I really like this vase thing on the wall. I always use it. But I try to keep a balance between what I have on walls and what I have in the room itself. I try to always resize things and make things kind of balanced within the room. I try to usually keep it symmetrical, like I said, but sometimes it's nice to break that symmetry just to get some movement in the room. Here I'm just sorting out that blank space on the wall because I don't think it's natural to leave so much space out without anything on it, so I always put at least a little bit of something on each wall. Here I'm just putting some clutter items onto the kitchen. I don't know why I decided to put that underneath the oven fan initially, and I don't know why my oven fan isn't above the oven, but we can just ignore that. Here I'm just dealing with clutter. Remembered that I don't have a sink down, so I put that there, and I'm just decorating the flat little by little with little things that I see which kind of catch my eye. I like to do a lot of trial and error, so I always put things down first and then check exactly how good they look once I've put them down. I don't really like leaving shelves and stuff without clutter items on them because I like to kind of make my apartments look as realistic as possible. So I'm just, putting stuff down, thinking, what would be kind of suitable for a person who lives in that kind of apartment. And I'm just adding a little bit of contrast in the room, and I really like those tiles because they match the little carpet I put in front of the sofa. Now I'm just doing the bathroom, and at first I was going to put down a bathtub, but I realized that it will look a little bit too much if I put a bathtub there, so I just stuck to, your classic shower, and I also didn't want to make the apartment too expensive, so I'm just, trying not to use the most expensive things for everything, but some things, if they look good, you have to hustle to afford them. And the sim I ended up putting in this apartment had a part-time job. I have that mod, and she was always late with her bills. But yeah, this is the finished apartment, and hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know if you liked this video and if you would like me to make more. I really enjoyed making this, so if you did enjoy it, please let me know in the comments, and I'll have my Instagram and mod websites in the description below. Have a good night, day, or evening, everyone, and I'll see you in my next video.